Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sake Revolution. This is America's first sake podcast. I'm your host, John Puma from the Sake Notes, also the administrator over at the Internet Sake Discord, as well as the lead mod at Reddit's r/sake community.
And I'm your host, Timothy Sullivan. I'm a sake samurai. I'm the director of education at the Sake Studies Center, and I'm also the founder of the Urban Sake website. And John and I will be here tasting and chatting about all things sake and doing our best to make it fun and easy to understand.
Hey, how you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good. How about you, John?
Hanging in there. It's been just been very busy lately, and I'm just trying to keep trying to hang on and get through it all.
Welcome to modern life in the big city, right?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm experiencing. It's like, wow. It becomes a little overwhelming at a certain point, but we get through, and you know what helps me get through?
What's that?
Sake. No.
I thought you were going to say meditation and a healthy diet.
Oh. Also, no. I really enjoy doing the show. This helps relax me.
Yes, I mean, come on, a good glass of sake after a long day at work is our recipe for happiness and definitely our hobby as well, right?
Mm-hmm. And you know what they say, it's all things in moderation.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think we have a fun episode planned for all our listeners today.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get funky, but kind of in an upscale way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I want to say, Tim, I don't know, at first when I was presented with this sake, and you said that you wanted to do a funky packaging on this, I was like, Tim, I do not know if this is funky packaging. It is very elegant. It's elegant packaging. And do we have I don't want to make a new series on elegant packaging, so I guess we'll just roll.
Yes.
So I guess anything that's unusual is funky, right? That's how we're doing this.
Yes, this is under the umbrella of maybe it can be fun and funky.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're not renaming it though, but okay.
No, we're not.
We're not going to go back and redo all the episodes and be like, it's actually fun and funky packaging. No, this is funky packaging.
Yeah,
so, I think we've teased long enough, Tim. We've teased.
Yes. So we are going to be featuring a 1-cup sake, which doesn't sound too out there or too crazy, but this is actually a 1-cup sake that is in a porcelain 1-cup.
See, this is where I say elegant and you say funky.
Yes.
It is unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a porcelain 1-cup apart from this series that we're going to be talking about today. So, Tim, before we get into the question of who is making porcelain 1-cups, I need to indulge my inner Stan Lee and say that every episode might be somebody's first episode, and ask you, what is a 1-cup for our new listeners at home?
Well, Stan, a 1-cup is just what it sounds like. It is a cup of sake that is sold in a pre-portioned 180 ml size.
Mm-hmm.
And it usually has like a pull tab foil cover on it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they're made of glass, and it's like a grab and go thing you can get at the convenience store or at the train station. You peel off the top and you can drink right out of the cup, a single serving.
Mm-hmm.
And these became popular from the 60s, and they're viewed as very utilitarian styles of sake.
Yeah, I'd say that's right. And I think that, for me, I always associate it with those like long train rides, those long Shinkansen rides. And I'd say the popularity and the growth of the 1-cup has probably coincided with that rail system. As you mentioned the 60s, I was like, yeah, that really does line up a little bit, doesn't it? That's very cool.
Yeah, so to have a 1-cup made out of fine Japanese porcelain is not usual, and dare I say funky. So we're going to dive into this really unique packaging today to see what it tastes like and to talk a little bit about the brewery and the design series that they came up with to promote this beautiful porcelain 1-cup that you can buy here in the States. So it's going to be a great topic to talk about today.
Excellent. Great. So who is this guilty party that's using ceramic in their 1-cups, Tim?
Yeah, so the brewery is called Koimari Sake
Mm-hmm.
Brewery, and they're located in Saga.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever heard of Imari before, if that rings any kind of a bell for you, you may be into porcelain because there's a very famous porcelain called Imari porcelain in Japan. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same area of Japan as Arita porcelain as well. I think we've talked about Arita porcelain on the podcast before when we've done episodes on Saga Prefecture, right?
Yeah, we actually talk about Saga weirdly often, I think. If you want to go and talk about, if you want to go and listen to us talk about Saga porcelain, you can go back to episode 29, the Saga of Saga Kuras, which inspired naming on that one. I really like that. And then Koimari actually got mentioned and sipped on when we had Jessica Jolie on the show talking about Saga Sake in episode 119. So get
Yeah.
back there and look into this when you're done listening to this episode.
Yeah. So Koimari Brewery, there is a port town of Imari, and that's where this porcelain was shipped all around Japan and later shipped to the wider world. And they named a series of sake after this very famous porcelain from their hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And this brewery was founded in 1909, but
Mm-hmm.
today it's still a relatively small brewery,
Mm-hmm.
making about 700 koku a year.
Oh wow, yeah, that
And
is
yeah,
small. Can you remind everybody at home what a koku is?
yes, a koku is a measurement of volume for the production of a sake brewery, and one koku equals 1,800 liters.
Mm-hmm. And what does that translate into for like bottles?
Do you know the 1.8 liter Isho bean party size bottles?
I sure do.
You sure do. Well, if you have 100 of those, imagine that stacked up on a pallet.
Mm-hmm.
That is one koku. And
Okay.
then they make 700 koku. So that gives you an idea of how
Mm-hmm.
many bottles. Not huge production, I think, for Japan. It's on the smaller side.
Yeah.
But they export their delicious sake to the States. So all listeners here in the States can enjoy these sakes as well.
Very cool. I'm glad that they are getting their, little by little. I've been seeing more of their stuff in the States, and it's been a lot of fun to see them grow their export.
Yeah. So if you'll indulge me, I just want to talk very briefly about the Imari porcelain that inspired these one cups.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of background. We talked about Arita ware in the past, and Imari is a same region, very similar. I think that Imari porcelain falls under the umbrella of the Arita region. They're very, very closely related. This is one of the first types of porcelain to be exported out of Japan for the European market. And that was way back in the Edo period. So in the 1600s, little bits of this porcelain started trickling out, being traded. It's known for very vibrant colors, usually on a white background. And the designs are influenced by a lot of the popular Chinese porcelain that was available around these times. Brocade patterns are very, very popular. And yeah, it's just very, very classic. We're going to include some photos of Koimari porcelain in our show notes. So if you'd like to see some really classic examples of what this particular type of porcelain looks like, check out our show notes for sure. And we'll also post photos of these beautiful one cups that are inspired by this traditional designs of the classic porcelain.
Yeah, and I'm glad we are, because I think it's hard to explain, or hard to have people picture what this looks like without having actual images of it. So remember, guys, show notes.
Yes. This is here we are again with
Yeah,
another visual episode.
yeah,
Trying
it
to
happens
describe.
a lot here on Sake Revolution. But I'm sure people enjoy checking out the show notes.
Yeah, it happens a lot with the funky packaging episodes because we're talking about the visual appearance of the packaging a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely check out the show notes to see the pictures.
Very cool. So let's get into these cups, and we'll talk about what we've got in our hands, talk about what they look like, and then after that, we'll talk about what they taste like.
Yes. So, John, you and I both have one of the uh, Koimari cups,
We do.
and we have different designs.
Yes. Yes. Though there it
So,
looks like there are quite a few different designs. I'd say at least, what, there are at least five? Or is it just five?
yeah, there are five classic ones, and they just launched two additional ones that are not exported yet.
Aha.
So,
We're always one step behind here in the US.
yes. So, I am going to introduce mine first. So it comes in a black gift box,
Hmm.
and the design there's a little sticker on the front that shows you which of the five designs is the cup inside.
Right.
So you don't have to open it up to see which of the five designs you have.
No, so you're saying this is not a gotcha? We don't have to
This is not a
buy, you
gotcha.
have to buy all, you have to keep buying them over and over again and hope you get all of the whole set.
So when we open it up, there is a full sheet folded in there with a front and back color sheet that talks all about this design series and talks all about the different designs and what they mean. It's in Japanese and English, so this is absolutely perfect, and it's going to help us a lot today. And then you pull out the cup itself. Oh, wow. That is really nice.
Yeah. And for people at home who have had one cups before, you might think like, well, wait a minute, a box for a one cup. And number one, funky packaging. Number two,
Yeah.
since these are porcelain, they are, probably a little bit more fragile than your average one cup. So they want to make sure these can stand some wear and tear.
Yeah. And I have a strong, strong suspicion that these are often gifted as,
Mm.
a type of a gift or omiyage. And having the beautiful small box to hold these porcelain ceramic one cups is really, really a nice touch. So do you have yours out as well, John?
I do. So,
All right.
tell me about yours.
Okay. So mine is a very beautiful blue and white design,
Mm-hmm.
and it is called in Japanese fuyode,
Mm-hmm.
fuyode, and that means the lotus hand. So it's the lotus hand pattern, and it's a design that originated in China.
Oh, and that pattern, that style is something that I've seen, many times over the years. I'm sure that a lot of our listeners have seen this style before, probably on like maybe on teacups and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a classic indigo blue and white. It looks like old school porcelain. There's like a key design around the bottom and some flowers that are meant to invoke lotus flowers.
Mhm.
And it's absolutely beautiful. I really, really love it. So that's the story of mine. Blue and white, classic old school porcelain. Which design did you get, John?
So I've got the Tachibana. It's listed as being a Nabeshima style Tachibana, and mine has kind of yellow citrus fruits on it on a tree. It's a nice little drawing of trees with citrus on it. And I went and took a look at some of the language on this. And it says that the tree is bearing fruit of everlasting life.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not just
Tachibana.
any fruit. This is some high quality fruit.
You can't get that fruit at Whole Foods, I can tell
No,
you
I don't
that.
think you can.
So Tachibana is an ancient variety of citrus. So I
Mm,
I read it's like a old version of like a tangerine or something like that.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. So we have the Tachibana ancient citrus, and we have the lotus hand in my cup,
Hmm.
and they're both really beautiful. So your design has like yellowish, orangish citrus fruits on a tree with green leaves in the background.
Hmm.
The one thing that's common among both of all these cups is what I mentioned about the Koimari porcelain in general, which is kind of vibrant colors on a white background. I think
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
something that is indicative of the style. So we both have that, a beautiful white background that really makes the design pop, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It looks great. They didn't mess around here. They made something really beautiful.
Yeah. Now, looking at the bottle, I noticed that there's something that is a little incongruous with uh, ancient designs, which is
Mm-hmm.
a few QR codes here on the back.
Got
uh,
a blend of old and new.
yes. So the first QR code is called the Saga, and this is a sticker that they put on the back here.
Mm-hmm.
And this QR code goes to the Saga Sake Brewers Association,
Mm-hmm.
and just is kind of a home base for their regional style and a homepage for what they want to promote as far as what Saga Sake means. And I think that's really great. So they're working hard to promote their regionality and their prefecture and their regional style.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one QR code. And then there's the traditional distributors label on the back as well. And this is distributed by New York Mutual Trading here in New York, LA Mutual Trading on the West Coast. And this has a QR code as well. So you can also get the stats and the tech sheet for this product. And it's got like the alcohol and the volume size, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a couple QR codes along with our ancient porcelain. I love that.
It's gotta bring that modern touch. The
Yes.
Saga. It's a great name for it. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then
And
on top we have another we have another modern bit, a sticker that says GI Saga. Another one of those geographical indicators.
you got it. So
Yeah.
Saga Sake is protected by that GI certification. And yeah, so they've got this labeled on all sides, making sure we know this is from Saga if the porcelain wasn't a dead giveaway. And on top of that, there is a plastic cover
Mhm.
on this, which means that if you open the sake and want to seal it back up, it comes with this removable plastic cap that
Right.
you can use. I think we talked about this cap before when we
We
talked about
we
one
have.
cups.
We have. And while the cap is very surprisingly good at keeping the sake inside, I would say maybe don't 100% say, oh, well, it's sealed now. It's covered, but sealed is a strong word. I would kind of treat this as a little bit open once it's open.
Let's take off the plastic cover.
Sure.
All right. All right. Yeah, and there's the foil pull tab.
Yep. Now in the States, a lot of cups, we have the little tab like a beer tab, and then it just opens up a small hole. In Japan, generally speaking, you've got the pull tab where it takes off the entire top of the entire top covering.
That's right. So that's what we have here. The pull tab is like off to the side. And when we pull on it, it's going to pull the foil off the entire top of this cup. So are we ready to do that? Should we pull the trigger?
I think we are ready to pull the trigger, or at least the pull tab.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, there we go. This is
Okay.
this cup looks like somebody poured me a sake in a very fancy porcelain cup. When I put it down on my table and I look at it, I was like, wow, look at that.
Yeah. So the walls of this cup are relatively thick. So this looks like, to me, this looks like a tall, slim teacup or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very beautiful, and I want to note that the lip of the cup is also slightly rounded, so that the metal of the foil can wrap around and really seal this in. So there's a little lip to the edge
Mm-hmm.
of this cup, and I'm sure it makes it very pleasant to drink out of as well.
Yeah. Maybe I was wrong about this lid. Maybe it will do a little more than I thought.
Hmm. All right.
I think we need to stop here though, because we're getting perilously close to the idea of drinking the sake, and we cannot do that until we have talked about what is in the cup. So, this is a Junmai from Koimari Brewery over in Saga Prefecture. It uses Saga no Hana rice, which I'm going to give my amateur opinion and say that probably means flower of Saga. It has been milled down to 65% of its original size. It's using yeast 701, relative to the old 7. And sake meter value of +2, that meter of dry to sweet. So expect something very, very slightly dry. Acidity at 2.5. Tim, I could be mistaken, but acidity of 2.5 is a touch on the high side, is it not?
little on the high side, but
Mm.
let's reserve our judgment for the
We're
tasting.
just talking about the numbers, Tim. That's all.
Yep. Just crunching the numbers.
Just crunching the numbers. And then, of course, the alcohol by volume is 15%. Sounds like a nice thing to have on a train.
Yeah. And
A very fancy train.
this would be for the first class car, I
Yes,
think.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, one other thing we should make clear is that the 5 different designs, I think they all have the same sake inside. So John and I are tasting the same sake, even though we have different designs on our glasses.
Yeah, it would be interesting if the cups actually changed the way the sake tasted because of what they print on the outside, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
All right. Well, here we go. I'm ready
let's
to get this
let's get the nose.
smell.
It's hard to get the nose on a 1 cup, I find.
I do smell something.
Me too.
So to me, this smells just a little bit creamy and a little bit ricey as well. This is going to be a classic Junmai. So we're not getting much tropical fruit here. I think this is going to be one of those more lactic or rice forward sakes, which is a pretty classic style to put in a 1 cup.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right.
So lovely little bit of cream or maybe butter.
Ooh, that would be nice.
On the nose, yeah. And then some rice, that Saga no Hana sake rice.
All right. Well,
smells good to me. It really is a pleasant aroma.
It is. And there is that riciness, not aggressively ricey, but just like faint, subtle, pleasant. All right. Let's have a sip.
Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Ooh.
Oh, that was surprising.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That acidity is there.
It's the very present.
Boom.
Wow. It is it's a lot more I'm going to say more tart than I was expecting from the aroma.
Yes.
And I'm shocked. I'm very legitimately shocked by this.
It tastes good, but it's tart. You're right. It has this tart, a high acidity. And I was expecting something much more down to earth, basic with the aroma, but it has this really bright acidity. I like it.
Me too. I just wasn't in any way expecting it. I'm just like, wow.
Oh wow, that's really good.
That's really nice.
If you think about, do you remember sweet tarts? Those candies.
I do.
It has a little bit of that
tart,
sweet tart, candy hint to it, but it's balanced with a grounding in like rice flavor. So 65% rice polish, but the acidity of 2.5 really comes through.
Yeah.
And it's such an interesting sake.
Yeah, this is fun. This is nice. So this is a 1 cup, and I'm going to say with the fact that it's a 1 cup combined with this fun acidity here, what do we think for food? So I have some ideas, but I think that I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, with this high acidity, my thoughts go immediately to something with citrus in it. So I was thinking like, if you've ever had a lemon chicken that is really lemony, I think like a lemon chicken would go really well with this. So rice, lemon chicken with that lemon sauce, that would be amazing with this. Also a salad with a citrus vinaigrette or, those salads that have a little wedge of orange or grapefruit in them. Something with citrus and salad, I think would be a great pairing as far as the weight is concerned. Like nothing too heavy. That's my idea. What do you think, John?
For some reason, my brain immediately went and started craving tempura. I wanted something a little bit oily. Like, I don't know exactly why, but I feel like it's gonna cut through that a little bit nicely. However, I am also very sold on your citrus idea. That sounds wonderful and matches my cup, as a matter of fact. but I can
Absolutely.
really go for something that's a little bit, a little bit on the more oily side of things. So I think tempura. I think a little bit more of the maybe your more oily fishes, your more oily fish like salmon or tuna. That sounds nice.
Yeah,
Um,
well, my cup has the lotus root flour on it, so maybe I could do lotus root tempura,
mhm.
and you could do the tachibana
Yes,
citrus
Tachibana
salad.
citrus salad.
While we're enjoying sipping on this cup, I have a little kind of a description
Hmm.
of the project from the brewery. Now,
Okay.
the brewery is owned by the Maeda family, and the
Hmm.
current Kuramoto owner is Kumiko Maeda,
Hmm.
who is she's a Toji owner and Kuramoto.
Okay.
And
Toji
I was,
and Kuramoto and all
yes,
that's you don't see that many of those, but it's pretty great
yeah,
when they are able to handle all aspects of the brewery. It's pretty exciting.
yeah,
Double threat.
it's amazing. Yeah. And this project has a name.
Mm.
It's called Nomanne,
Nomanne.
Nomanne,
Hmm.
and it was launched by Kumiko, who's the fourth generation owner of Koimari Brewery.
Mm.
And the impetus behind this was to introduce the quality of Japanese sake and the traditional beauty of Imari and Arita porcelain
Hmm.
to as many people as possible. So the name Nomane means let's enjoy a drink in the Imari dialect.
Mm. Cool.
And this was inspired by a relatively recent trend in cup sake, which is normally produced in glass cups. And this is just a wonderful collaboration with a local pottery manufacturer to promote not only the sake of the region, but also the beautiful porcelain and ceramics that they
Hmm.
have. So, and they're also tying in the connection to the Saga Prefecture appellation using sake rice 100% grown in Saga Prefecture. So
Mm.
they've got this is a full court press of promotion for Saga
It is.
Prefecture, right?
Yeah, they're putting all on the line.
Oh my gosh, I'm finding myself like going back and sipping and sipping. And normally when we're recording, we'll
Mm.
take a sip and we'll go on, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just finding myself just keep reaching back for this cup. It's so elegant to
Yeah.
hold. And the acidity is the surprising component of this
Mhm.
sake. I was not expecting that at all. Oh my gosh.
And I've had a couple of different sakes from Koimari before, and not like this is not like anything else I've tasted from them. I've never
Mm,
known them to play with this high acidity stuff. And maybe, maybe we just don't get their their Junmais or what have you. But this is a super fun, interesting thing. I want to see more of it. Like it's really good. I think there's they've been dipping their toe in the market here, and I'm glad to see it. But I would love to see them do more. Like this is great.
And John, I don't think you'll be surprised by this, but this Komari Nomane Cup also won a prize for attractive Japanese souvenir contest.
Oh, no
Yes,
kidding.
in 2007, this project won a prize as one of the most attractive Japanese souvenirs, and I think it's well deserved. I would give this
Mm,
as a souvenir. I love this thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this has been around for several years,
Mm,
this Imari Cup One Cup project. And I think I bought one of these in Japan years ago just out
mm,
of pure curiosity, but
mhm.
I don't remember which one I bought. I don't remember what happened to the cup, but it is so wonderful that it's now coming to the States. Like that's the big difference is that these cups are now being exported to the US. You
Yeah.
can buy them here now, and the description here says that when you're done drinking, you could use the cup as a vase or a pen holder.
I mean, I plan to use this as a cup to drink sake out of when I'm done drinking sake out of this,
Yeah,
because I think
it's
it's a really nice cup. But yes, I guess it could also be a pen holder if you were so inclined.
yep. I went through a phase where I collected one cups.
Me too.
Yeah, I think everyone does. I mean, they can be so cute, right?
Yeah, and then you come to this place where you have way too many. and you realize you're not using them for anything except maybe decoration. And then at that point, you still have too much for decoration and you need to make some decisions.
Yes. I did a purge a few years back and I kept some sentimental one cups and I do use a one cup as a pen holder on my desk, but it is the original Hakai-san, the old school Hakai-san Futsushu one cup that they
I've
made
seen that
years
cup.
ago.
Yeah.
They've since redesigned it and changed it, but I have one of the original ones from almost 20 years ago that is the old school design. And just as a nod to my connection to Hakai-san, I have that as my pen holder on my desk. And then in my china cabinet, I have some one cups that are just too cute to give away. Too cute.
I understand.
There's some really cute ones out there.
So will this one dethrone your Hakai-san cup as the new pen holder?
I don't think I'm going to turn this into a pen holder. I'm with you. I want to use this to drink out of from time to time.
Yeah.
And I love that it has the little lid, but you're right. The lid is not watertight. So
No.
this is just a gentle covering. But if you're keeping something chilled in the fridge and it's not going to be jostled around, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And this is great. But you know what the problem is that now I want to collect all 5. So this is a problem.
See, yeah, this is where the issue lies. You see, look what happened. You got on one cup and you're already like, I need them all.
Yeah, got to collect them all.
We are very fortunate that this is actually not a gotcha, because then you would have bought like 25.
This is a gotcha moment.
Yes, definitely a gotcha moment. Wonderful.
John, do you feel a little elegant? Do you feel bonita?
I do, actually. And I have to say, like, I still don't feel funky. I do not. I don't,
Okay.
I stand my ground and say this is maybe not funky. But honestly, the sake ended up being the funkiest thing with that high acidity. It was really interesting and fun.
Yeah. Maybe this could be a secret underground funky sake episode parading as a funky packaging.
Us. We had no idea. My favorite thing is I love when we have these sakes and neither of us have tasted them before.
Yeah.
And we're like, whoa, what the hell? It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, just one last reminder to all our listeners is that if you've been listening to us talk about these designs, be sure to check out our show notes. We'll have beautiful photos of all the designs and you can check these out for yourself because a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
John, it has been...
I don't think we said 1,000 words, so that's good.
Well, John, it's been great to taste with you, and I am so happy to try a sake that both you and I have never had before. Makes for very fun and exciting tasting, and this was just great. And I really think this packaging is going to be very successful here in the States, and I hope all our listeners check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you to all of our listeners, and especially our special community on Patreon. If you're enjoying Sake Revolution and you'd like to support this podcast, the best way to do that is join us on Patreon. You can visit patreon.com/Sake Revolution to learn about supporting our show and joining our monthly live happy hour, which is so much fun.
It is.
Yes.
It's always a great time.
Yeah, so please check it out, and we hope you'll join our community.
Yes, and we want to hear from you. So you can contact us over at feedback@sakerevolution.com and give us that feedback directly. You can also get at us on social media. Tim will happily take your DMs over on Instagram and other platforms. So I hope everybody's got a cup handy. So until next time, please remember to keep drinking sake and...
Kampai.